Well, everyone, this is not a drill. We are seeing some fun, exciting signs so far. Love what we're seeing in terms of price. ADA right now at the time of filming this video about 72.80 or so. Still very early on. It's only about 5:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. I wanted to get up early today and really kind of hit this stuff head on because there are some huge things that you guys need to be aware of that are indicating we have a lot of fun and excitement ahead. We're going to talk about that in this video. So if you guys are new or haven't already, show your support for the channel down below. Hit that subscribe button, that bell. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So one thing I wanted to point to is obviously, again, BTC is doing some incredible things. It's leading us to a lot of excitement in the crypto market. And what I will say here is I'm really just impressed at how much BTC continues to track global M2 liquidity. We talked about this separation and that maybe we get this slingshot back up. That's exactly what BTC is doing right now. And I think we finally got to the point in the market where people realized how much of discounts these were, and they started buying and buying and buying, right? And it's kind of funny because a lot of people were saying that, capital in the market had run out and, there wasn't enough to go around and we weren't going to see any pushes and we were heading back into a bear market cycle. Clearly, that's not the case at all. And in fact, we have hit some of the most lively levels that we're seeing in the crypto market in quite some time. And I'll show you guys exactly what I mean here. But first of all, we saw the second largest day of accumulation in terms of Bitcoin by institutional players ever. That is huge. $1.18 billion in one single day. On track to be one of the larger weeks we've ever seen. But didn't just happen on the BTC side. Ethereum, $383 million added. Guys, that is the second largest day of Ethereum added in history as well. So big players just smashed the buy button yesterday. And the question is, why? Why did they smash the buy button? It's because there's very little assets to go around. The opportunity is huge. And I think they understand that they're kind of running out of time. And there is something that really shows this in terms of ADA. What we actually did was surge to the highest level of optics for ADA, for Cardano, we have seen over the last 30 days. What about the last 90 days? Highest level of optics over the last 90 days. Now, what really gives me a lot of excitement about this is, guys, when we look at this compared to the last 12 months, we're still incredibly low, but ADA is doing this. That means there is a lot of momentum and potential for price moving forward. Not saying it's going to happen for sure. There's no guarantees in crypto. I'm not Miss Cleo. I don't have a crystal ball, right? But if we're this low right now and ADA is already at these prices, think about how high ADA can in fact move on some of these next big pushes across the market. And maybe there is something that is coming in the very short term that causes that excitement and a cascade in terms of price. Maybe it is the fact that the midnight airdrop may in fact be beginning next week. All right, now this isn't a guarantee, and you guys can see here, these are the current anticipated dates for the start of the Glacier drop claim phase and end of Scavenger Mine claim phase. Below, see whatever below for further details. Exact start and end dates are subject to change based on technical readiness for commencement of the night distribution. So this starts 7/16 through 10/29. Not saying that it's happening that date for sure. Was obviously having trouble verifying a lot of this, but this is starting to circulate that this may in fact be beginning next week, which again, like I've talked about many times before, is crypto week. Okay. Now, something I wanted to point out as well is, usually when things are popping in the market and times are exciting, we see Cardano rank very high on this MBLM's Global Brand Intimacy Index. It is actually alongside the world's most iconic brands. You can see right in between Ford and Nestle right now, up here with BMW, actually even ranking higher than Bitcoin. Some people say, oh, this is stupid. It doesn't do anything. Well, it shows you that there's a very high level of commitment to Cardano. There's a very high sentiment when it comes to Cardano. In fact, typically what we've seen from CoinMarketCap is ADA consistently ranking within the top 5 in terms of bullishness surrounding the asset itself. So there are a lot of things to love about what we're seeing in crypto right now. Something I forgot to mention actually earlier, just over the last 24 hours, $236 billion in daily trading volume. So we're looking really good. There's a lot of exciting things, a lot of potential for the market. ADA obviously tends to do its best when the market is popping. tends to be one of the better performers. And I want to remind everybody that ADA tends to perform its best later on in market cycles. And the big question now is, with these increases in optics, are we in fact going to finally trigger adoption? Will we finally see this traditional alt season that we've been waiting for? Did want to point to something here as well. Altcoin season index up to actually 30 now, which is impressive because BTC is ripping so hard. Just to show you guys where everything is at, ADA's starting to surge up here, up 14.71% over the last 90 days. And some people say, yeah, it's not much. You have to remember that 90 days ago, ADA was actually on the move up. Okay, so we're fighting against what was already an increasing trend to actually outpace BTC here. And the thing is if we get a few more days like this, this could carry into next week. And you could, in fact, see many assets flipping BTC in terms of performance over the last 90 days. So just something to be aware of there. We might be, again, headed towards this technical alt season we've been waiting for. And I just hope the wind keeps blowing in our sails. So I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great day. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.